Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Arjun, you can. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. I can't hear anyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. The Matajis are doing very nicely. They're very loud. Prabhus, I can't hear you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's too loud, isn't it? Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj ki. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Hari Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki, Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Gurudev ki, Thai Gaura Premanande. So we welcome everyone to the evening program of Vyasa Puja of Maharaj. Normally in the evenings, this is a very informal setting where we invite devotees to share their thoughts, and sometimes, especially disciples who have served Maharaj, sometimes we request them to share some pastimes of Maharaj, and in that way we come to understand Maharaj better. So we spend a few minutes doing that, and then we chant Krishna's names, then we spend a few minutes doing that, and then we chant Krishna's names. So that's how we do it. I will start the ball rolling by giving some context to chanting of the holy names. Maharaj was very particular that when we chanted the holy names of Krishna, he said that we should do two things very clearly. The first thing is when we are doing japa, we should chant loud enough for us to be able to hear the mantra. That was one thing that he taught us right at the beginning when we met him. In 1988, 87, 88, Maharaj came to Singapore. And I remember that a few of us sat down with him in the morning and we started chanting. And Maharaj told us, after a while he stopped us. And he told us that you're all not chanting properly. And we asked, why, Maharaj? And Maharaj said that you are not hearing the name. You are chanting very softly and you are mumbling the name. If you mumble the name, you cannot hear the name. And Maharaj said, if you invite someone into your house, you will speak his name nicely. You will speak his name or her name in a clear way. But why is it that when you chant Krishna's names and when you invite him into your heart, why is it that you are mumbling so much? It's not the right way to welcome Krishna. So Maharaj said that it's very important for us. If you want to be attentive to chanting, you must be able to hear your chanting. If you cannot hear your chanting clearly, you will lose attention. And that's why inattentive chanting actually brings all the other offenses into our chanting. So Maharaj was very particular that if we chant, do good rounds. Maharaj also had another very important point. He would quote Srila Prabhupada to say that one moon was better than many stars. Meaning to say that quality chanting was more important than quantity chanting. And he was very particular that we should not be chanting 16 rounds because we have to finish 16 rounds. He said that is a formality that you are doing. If you are chanting well, then even if you're chanting 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds in the beginning, because you cultivate quality first, you will actually relish chanting when you chant 16 rounds. If you don't work on quality chanting, then eventually you will do your 16 rounds, but it'll be, okay, I have to finish it today. I have to finish it today. I have to finish it today. And you don't say that to Krishna when you invite him into your heart. So Maharaj was really particular about that. The other thing that Maharaj really liked was that actually he was very musical. Maharaj would take a harmonium in Dwarka and he would just sit down, and if there was no one in the room, in those days there was no one in Dwarka, only few people were there. He would just sit down in the off-peak time, so to speak, and he would just sit and play. There are 1 or 2 pictures we have of Maharaj actually playing. But we saw him playing much more than the picture showed. And he would just sit down and he would play. And in the days when there was no harmonium, right, Maharaj would simply just sit down with karatals and he would sing. And Maharaj was the one who encouraged us to actually record all these songs in albums. Krishna Premanjana, for example. And even though, we were not professional singers, we had no training in singing, he was very enthusiastic and very encouraging. And he told us to sing. I have told you all sometimes, that the first time Maharaj heard me sing, he said, yeah, you've got a good voice, but you don't know how to sing. So I said, Maharaj, why? And Maharaj said, okay, now come in front of me. And Maharaj was like this, and I was there. So Maharaj said, come in front so I can feel your throat. So I came close enough, and Maharaj started holding my throat. So I sang. I felt I don't know what to expect, because Maharaj was holding my throat like this. So I did Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Maharaj said, no, this is not the way it's supposed to be sung. Then Maharaj said, I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to vibrate it. And that's how you're supposed to sing. So then Maharaj said, now sing. So I sang Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So Maharaj did this. And I could hear my voice going like that. And Maharaj said, that is how you must sing. Maharaj said, Krishna is present in the vibration. He is not present in the belting. Sometimes in Western music, you just belt it. You just scream and shout. Maharaj said, that's not how it's done. It should be, and then Maharaj sang. Maharaj said, it should be Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You see, I can't do the way Maharaj did. Maharaj could do many vibrations. We are not doing justice to the way he did. But he said, that's how we should sing. So one thing I realized, to those who are musically inclined, Maharaj fanned the flame of music in us. To those who were sastrically inclined, he fanned the flame of sastras with them. To those who could cook very well, Maharaj was also an expert cook, and he would exchange recipes. I remember when Radhika was cooking for Maharaj in Singapore, he would give her all the list of things, how it would be cooked, what he liked, what he didn't like. So if you wanted to access Maharaj in any which way you wanted, Maharaj was prepared to work with you. It was not the other way that you had to fit to Maharaj. Maharaj was so humble, so simple, that he was ready just to bend, to see what is it you like. And Maharaj would fan that flame of fire. So this is Maharaj's way of doing things. And we can learn that from the one thing I've learned from Maharaj on that is this point in the first canto, 16th chapter, I think 1:16:16, or I can't remember. But it's the phrase, it's the verse where the Pandavas were very malleable to the will of Krishna, and Krishna was malleable to the wishes of the Pandavas. And Maharaj said that is how Vaishnavas should be. Vaishnavas should not be rigid. Just because I like to distribute books doesn't mean book distribution is the only way to Krishna. Just because you like to chant shlokas doesn't mean chanting shlokas is the only way back to Krishna. No. If we did that to Maharaj, we were limiting his potency. And Maharaj was not that kind of person, you see. So we should remember that. The pure devotee, right, is an expert in everything. And that's how Maharaj fanned the flame of fire for all of us. And the first Premanjana that we made, it was meant for collecting money for Dwarka. And we sold Premanjana at that time, I think for $12 or $15. CDs were going for that. And around the world, we sold it. And we collected 32 to 36,000 Sing dollars, which was really not bad at that time. And that amount was really helpful. Maharaj was so happy with that amount. The second Premanjana sold still above 30,000. I think it was 32 or $33,000. And it was amazing. And it's by Maharaj's mercy, these songs have become known to people we never even know. I was in Pune, ISKCON Pune, last in October, and a Bosnian couple who were war refugees wanted to see me. And the moment they met me, the lady sat down and she sang, Shri Krishna Sharanam Samasta Jagatam. She actually sang this. She's Bosnian. And she sang this. And I said, Mataji, how do you know this song? She said, in whole Bosnia, we all know Ar Kotokal, Dukesh Sagore. We know all the tunes of Premanjana. And we were always thinking, who are these people who made Premanjana? Who is this Mahavishnu Goswami? Because we looked up and we realized that he had left this planet. But we wanted so much to meet him. And all of a sudden, we were meeting in Pune. So the potency of Maharaj continues to live even beyond years of him being here physically. And Srila Prabhupada says that. He says that the samadhi of a pure devotee, right, is powerful because the pure devotee's body radiates purity even after the soul has left the body. And Maharaj in this samadhi is hardly 4.5, 5 feet down, right? Vaishnava Seva Prabhu will tell you, we had a hard time digging here because the ground was really hard. I think Maharaj was telling us, don't put me down too far. I still want to be a bit high up there so I can watch what you all are doing. And that's why Maharaj is here. He's very close. And he's right down at the point when it starts. You know, that's exactly where Maharaj's lotus head is actually. So this is the potency of Maharaj. And that's why, whether you know him or you don't know him, when you sit before the samadhi, it's a magical feeling. And this tells us how powerful Krishna consciousness is. Jai Shri Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj ki. Anyone would like to share anything about this point? I'd like to invite devotees who don't normally speak, you know. It would be nice to hear them. Something that you heard from Maharaj, something that you had. Mataji, you also should not be shy. You would have seen Maharaj. Some of you would have heard Maharaj. Swami Prakash Prabhu, anything from you? I haven't heard you. Something else, yes. Can we have a mic for Prabhu? It doesn't have to be this. It can be anything on Maharaj. And then after Prabhu, we will chant Maha Mantra for a while.
Shri Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Actually, often Maharaj talks about detachment, renunciation in his lectures. And Maharaj also says that we must always practice what we speak. And nothing can be more relevant in this case, because Maharaj always, and that's why Maharaj had so much potency, that whatever he spoke really touched our hearts.
Yes.
And for me, this concept of renunciation detachment, I can speak, but it will never touch anyone's hearts, because for me, that's the most difficult thing to practice. Forget about practice, even to accept that aspect of detachment and renunciation is very difficult. So recently, I was hearing a lecture of Maharaj, and I was completely bewildered just by hearing. I was used to used to take the courses. Bhakti
That's a
Shastri.
long time ago.
Yeah, a
Huh?
long time ago.
Yeah.
So Maharaj was traveling from Mayapur. I don't know to which destination, but he was coming in. He was supposed to come in a train, and because it was a very hectic schedule for Maharaj for the last few days, so he had not shaved. He had not shaved his beard. I mean, shaved. So and somehow the dhoti and all was little dusty. He had a very old suitcase, so he was carrying that, and he was traveling in the train, and he did not have a booking, as you always say that Maharaj always likes to go unreserved. So he got into the unreserved compartment, and he sat on the floor of the compartment. And because he was looking a little ragged from outside, no, somebody would see externally. So he was able to hear some people speaking. Oh, this is a beggar. No, some beggar has come. So let's not, go and approach him unnecessarily. We'll ask for money and this and that. But Maharaj just kept quiet. He didn't say a single word. He just tolerated the whole thing, 15, 16 hours or whatever. And Maharaj said, it really freed me because I could just focus on my chanting. I was completely, if somebody were to say anything to me, I would have gotten up and said, what I am, what I've done, what I've studied, what I've this. But Maharaj just tolerated that. And he obviously heard other people speaking, and yet he kept quiet. To me, this was completely, is one thing to say and totally different thing to practice. So I wanted to share this. Thank you,
Jai.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. Anything from there? These snippets, yes, Rishikesh Prabhu, maybe. These snippets are very nice. Rishikesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, after my initiation, I was desiring to meet Maharaj in his kutir. But I was afraid of going there. But slowly I went and stood near the door. And Maharaj was sat on his bed and chanting on different malas, maybe for others initiated devotee, for other devotees initiation. And one devotee was sat on the floor and he was silently chanting. Then I don't know what to do. Then Maharaj signaled me to come inside and asked me to sit. So then I also started chanting, but loudly. After some time, the other devotee signaled me to reduce the voice. Then I reduced. Immediately Maharaj raised his hand and said, chant louder. Then I started chanting louder.
And that substantiates what we were speaking just now.
Yes.
About what Maharaj said about chanting, isn't it? 90% of us, Maharaj said, you just hear yourself. You won't be able to hear yourself because we are just mumbling through it, you see. I asked Maharaj, is it okay for us to, walk around and chant? Will I count it as 16 rounds? Will I not count it as 16 rounds? If I sit in the bus, will I count it as 16 rounds? Maharaj said, you are very hung up with the 16, 16, 16. The important thing is not 1-6. Wherever you are, if you're able to chant to remember Krishna, that's a proper round. And it must be loud enough for you to hear. So you're right, Prabhu. It's so nice. Thank you for sharing that, actually. Very nice. Any other snippets? Yes, Punya Pragya Prabhu. Maharaj stayed in Punya Pragya Prabhu's house in Abu Dhabi almost all the time. By default, it was his house, actually.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Although Maharaj stayed I should not say it's my house, it was Maharaj's kutir. Many days he used to stay in our house, and those days I never felt Maharaj is such a great person. I was feeling that Maharaj is an elderly person staying in my house, that's all. I never felt the spiritual potency of Maharaj. I never utilized him to that extent. Now I feel that I missed an opportunity to discuss with Maharaj Srimad Bhagavatam or whatever it is for a long time. Although I had many hours to stay alone with him. And Maharaj is very particular about his etiquette and all. I will tell you an incident. See, the room in which Maharaj stays was a big room, and the entrance is a small entrance, and there is a cupboard in that just near the entrance. One day Maharaj was finished his bath, and he was changing dress. I was in that room a little away. At the time, one Mataji wanted to enter the room and take something from the cupboard which is close to the door. And from that door, she cannot see inside, and Maharaj also cannot see outside. That pathway is such a narrow pathway. But what happened when I allowed the Mataji to come inside the room and take whatever from that cupboard? Somehow Maharaj felt that I had closed the door before, and Maharaj felt that somehow someone has entered and is a Mataji. Then he called me and shouted to me like, when I am changing dress, how can you allow one Mataji to come enter in the house? It's a very, I said, Maharaj, nobody can see from there inside and what is going on under. You are in a way. But Maharaj said, no, the etiquette is important. When we are changing dress, Mataji should not enter the room and all like that. And that day I felt how much Maharaj, although he is an elderly person, he was very serious about mannerisms and etiquettes. Maharaj was like that. And another incident I would like to quote, Prabhu mentioned that Maharaj is an expert cook. Yes, Maharaj is really an expert cook. And he used to tell us how to prepare things. One day Maharaj was staying in my house and we were alone. Only we and Maharaj, myself and Maharaj was there. And Maharaj said, let us prepare something for offering to the Lord. Then I said, Maharaj, anything, whatever, like, okay, let's make pooja. Then I said, Maharaj, after some time, Matajis will come and they will prepare this. No, let us prepare. But you do one thing. Now you go and close the front door and don't allow anybody to come inside. Only you and me should be there. And whatever I am cooking, nobody should see. Then Maharaj said, bring this basin and all the thing. And I had a kacha banana. Normally we make bhajia with kacha banana. So Maharaj, I said, Maharaj, I have some kacha banana. Then Maharaj said, no, this is not good. Do you have ripe banana? I said, I don't have, Maharaj, at the moment. No, go and get from the shop below ripe banana. Then I went and brought ripe banana, and Maharaj himself cut the banana, and so nicely he prepared bhujia. Till then, Maharaj said, don't open the door. Even if anybody comes, don't open the door, front door. So Maharaj made bhujia that day and said, go and offer to Krishna and bring it. And that bhujia was so good. The Maharaj, the way he made, it was so nice. And Maharaj said, now you can offer, give to anybody who comes. And don't mention that I made it. So that was a very nice incident I had one day with Maharaj. There were many, of course, I did not utilize Maharaj very nicely to learn Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. I learned a lot of mannerisms from Maharaj. That was a very good experience for me. I still miss Maharaj every day. Whenever I think of that house and when Maharaj was staying, and all, it was a very wonderful day. And I am really missing Maharaj from my life day by day. Very difficult. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj ki. Thank you, Prabhu, for that heartfelt offering. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is one of Maharaj's favorite ragas actually. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Mahavishnu Goswami. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Hari, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Harinam. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki. Just one point I wanted to share with you. When we were all trying to get to know Maharaj, many of us were in different continents. Kalchakra Prabhu was in the US, Punendu Prabhu was in the US, I was in Singapore. So, how did Maharaj get all of us connected? That's the other unique thing about Maharaj. Maharaj would one day speak on the phone, start telling me, actually, I want you to meet this boy. And of course, it wasn't Prabhu's name, it was Bhaskar, right? So at that time, he said, there's a very young boy, very dying of Bhagavatam. So I want you to talk to him, get to know him, because, he's very sincere. Then Maharaj would go through his diary, take the number, share it with me, and tell me, you must call him now. And if I didn't call in the next 2-3 days, Maharaj will follow up. And he will say, did you call? Then I realized, I haven't called. Maharaj will get upset. No, you have to call. Like that. So in that way, Maharaj would introduce each of us to each other in different ways. And in that way, he would try to connect us. Viraj Prabhu is not here. He's in Australia. But Maharaj also gave me his number and told me, you be in touch with this boy Viraj. He's very young. When he was a young boy, he saw me in Fiji. Now he's a very nice devotee. And I want you to be connected to him. And then Maharaj told me about Vaishnava Seva Prabhu and Sundar Gopal Prabhu came. And it was so nice because Maharaj was leaving Dwarka and he had to go back to Bombay. And he was worried the days before because there was no one there to be there while he was going. We had no manpower. No manpower. But then Vaishnava Seva Prabhu and Sundar Gopal Prabhu had known, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu had known Maharaj when he was coming through Juhu. And he can tell you many wonderful times when he was there and Maharaj was there. And somehow by Krishna's arrangement, he came to Dwarka. And the understanding, I remember Maharaj going to STD booth and calling me and telling me, Devaki, Krishna is very kind. He has sent 2 nice boys. And one of them is of course, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu. And then I said, Maharaj, how long are they going to be here? And how long you are going to be away? Maharaj said, they have told me they'll be here for a few weeks. But I am telling you, they are going to stay. So I thought, but if 2-3 weeks, how? Maharaj said, you don't worry. Once they come, they are not going to go. I'll tell them you be for 2-3 weeks. But actually, they are never going to go. And Vaishnava Seva Prabhu never left. He never left. He came with the idea that maybe 2, 3 weeks. But his commitment to Maharaj, he never left. He just never left. So this way, Maharaj had so much goodwill. He wanted to create goodwill between all of us. And that's how we got to know each other, isn't it, Kauchaka Prabhu? Then we began to call each other. And I realized, I remember telling Maharaj, Bhaskar, Kauchaka Prabhu, he has got so much energy. I feel tired when I talk to him. Because he could talk about Bhagavatam non-stop. And he was talking about all these punching lines. I told Maharaj, I feel punched, Maharaj. Because he had so much enthusiasm. And Maharaj said, this is the beauty of all my disciples, the people I attract. Each one is a jewel. Each one has some beautiful characteristic about him. This is how he introduced Punendru Prabhu first to me by saying, there is one devotee, he's a bit elder to you, and his name is Sashi, right? He'll be traveling and coming to see me in New Zealand. And that's the first time we met there. And then I remember asking Maharaj, he's known you so long. He hasn't taken initiation from you? Maharaj said, he's testing me. Maharaj looked at me very carefully. He said, that one is testing me. And I said, how long is the test going to go? Maharaj said, I don't know. I don't even know if I will pass the test. But let's see. So in this way, Maharaj was always humorous in the way he saw things. The other thing that I really liked about Maharaj, and then I'll open the floor to all of you, is this. Maharaj had something to say about every other kind of person. One time he was sitting in Dwarka, and I think one man came and he talked to Maharaj and he said, Maharaj, I'm coming from UP. And my surname is Yadav. Actually, we are the originators. From our dynasty, only Krishna has come. So Maharaj looked at him and he said, you're highly mistaken. Krishna is Gujarati. He got tired of UP and he came here. So you go back to UP and you stay there. And then one time when I was trying to get money from a devotee who was Gujarati, I said, Maharaj, I'm trying to get him to give some money. Maharaj said, these Gujaratis, they will never give you money. You can never, if you can get 10 cents from them, you'll be very lucky. They will speak so much philosophy and they will leave you empty-handed. So you can't trust them. Then one time I was talking to Maharaj about Abu Dhabi. And they are chanting so nicely, Maharaj, their shlokas and all. Maharaj said, these South Indian Brahmanas, because a lot of them were of South Indian parentage. I'm from South India. You South Indians, you only know how to chant, but you don't know how to understand what you're chanting. So I thought, okay, I better not say anything. Then one time, one god sister of mine was going to get married to this man, this devotee. And I went upstairs to tell Maharaj, that devotee is coming to see you. So Maharaj asked me, where is he from? Which part of India? So then I said, I'll go down and ask. So I heard wrongly. I heard that he was from Bangalore. So I went up and I said, Maharaj is from Bangalore. You can't trust anyone from Bangalore. I said, okay, Maharaj. Then when he came up, I realized he was from Bengal. And I went to see Maharaj and I said, Maharaj, he's Bengali. Maharaj said, the Bengalis are the worst. So then I was thinking, who is good in that way? Then after that, I remember I traveled with Maharaj to South Africa. And in South Africa, there was a black-bodied devotee who was driving us. The moment Maharaj got in, the black-bodied devotee got in. Maharaj said, these black bodies, you cannot trust them. Maharaj looked at him. The devotee said, Maharaj, why? Why are you saying that? Maharaj said, he looked at me and said, I am sure he has a gun somewhere in the car. The devotee opened the glove compartment and showed Maharaj the gun. Maharaj said, see, I told you he has a gun. And he said, I keep a gun, Maharaj, because it's very unsafe. When we are traveling around, sometimes people come out with a gun. I have to take out a gun. So Maharaj was very equal. He was not everyone, every particular race, every corner of India, he had something good to say or he had something not good to say. He was just him, And sometimes he would tell me even to the point where he would say, Srila Prabhupada is the only person you can trust. You cannot trust anyone else. Srila Prabhupada was above color, designation, being Indian, being Chinese. It didn't matter. in Singapore, when Maharaj came to Singapore, there was a Chinese man standing downstairs smoking. And Maharaj hates people who smoke. So Maharaj was with his personal servant, Taral, who's like 6'4" really tall. So we were walking. Maharaj walked up to the person who was smoking. Maharaj looked at Taral. Maharaj looked at him and said, like that. That means to take out the cigarette. And the man didn't take out the cigarette because why should he? Then Maharaj looked at Taral and said, and Taral went there, just took his cigarette, put it on the floor, stepped on it, and Maharaj and him just walked away. And I said, Maharaj, you don't do this in Singapore. You can't do these things in Singapore. But Maharaj said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sometimes flying with Maharaj was very, very tense affair. Because just when the plane was lifting off, Maharaj wants to use the toilet. And that means he will take off the belt and he will start walking. And we are on an incline. And all the stewardesses will say, sir, you have to sit down, you have to sit down. Maharaj will just say, forget it, I have to use the bathroom. And he'll just walk. And because he's walking, I have to walk with him. So I'm also walking with him. And it was very precarious. But somehow or another, no matter what Maharaj did, nobody got angry with Maharaj. So I think if I did it, they would get very angry. But with Maharaj, always because of his purity, he could get away with it. He beat so many people. I'm telling you that. Ask Vaishnava Seva Prabhu. He would beat people. I was sitting with Maharaj in a public bus. We were going. So Maharaj said, public bus is very difficult. You let me go in first. I'm old. I will push. Then you push behind me. This was early 1990s. Never been on an Indian bus. It was a culture shock. So Maharaj push and push and push everyone. And then he made me sit there. Then he sat next to me. Two people in front were smoking. And Maharaj hit both of them hard on the head. Very hard. I could hear the sound. And then told them something in Gujarati. And then after that, they became silent. Then I was going to sleep. What these two did was, they went low. And from below, they started smoking. And I didn't know. But suddenly I saw smoke is spiraling up from the seats. Maharaj gets up. They don't know he's looking up. And from there, he hits them again on the head. Really hard. And tells them to throw the cigarette away. But they would accept it. They would accept it. And Maharaj just warned me, you don't do the things I'm doing. Because they will beat you up actually. Srila Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj ki. Talchakra Prabhu, Punendra Prabhu, other devotees, Matajis. Maybe we can pass the mic around. Raghunandan Prabhu, you had a lot of time with Maharaj also. Gopalak Prabhu, we have a few devotees here. Sorry, who's one thing? Yeah, okay, Raghunandan Prabhu, yes. Can you just... Vaishnava Prabhu, we must hear about you also, Prabhu, with Maharaj. Yeah. We can't hear the mic, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I just want to share one important event in my life with Maharaj. So this was after I actually finished my studies. This was actually 2000. I called Maharaj from Australia, and then I told Maharaj that I'm coming back now. I want to come and see you before I start my next phase of my life. And then I said I'm coming on this date, and then Maharaj said, okay, you book a ticket to Bombay, but you don't book a ticket to Rajkot. He said, we'll see then what happens. Then what happens is I arrive in Bombay. The date is 26 November 2008. So Maharaj instructs Sundar Gopal Prabhu to pick me up from the airport. When we left the airport, 20 minutes we were on the auto to Andheri. And then Vaishnava Seva Prabhu calls Sundar Gopal Prabhu, tells him that the first bomb actually went off outside the airport where we left. And then the whole time, Vaishnava Seva Prabhu was calling Sundar Gopal Prabhu, checking on me. So Maharaj foresaw the whole thing that was going to happen. So he didn't allow me to book the flight to Rajkot because the whole entire day, 3 days, everything
This was in Bombay, Prabhu.
This was in Bombay, 2008.
The riots?
Yeah. No, the Bombay attacks.
The Bombay attacks,
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah. And then Maharaj was very worried. And whole time he was asking Vaishnava Prabhu to call Sundargopal Prabhu to check on me because I didn't know the language. I'm in a foreign land also. So then he got me on a bus to Rajkot. And then when I arrived in Rajkot early in the morning, a devotee picked me up. And the whole time, the next 4 days I was here, Maharaj never let me off his sight. He's overprotective. Every time he asks me to sit everywhere with him, chanting verses, listening to his lectures and all that. And then when it's time to go, Maharaj actually, he was going for a tailor fitting, I think. And then Maharaj with Vaishnava Seva Prabhu, they drove me to the bus stop and bus station, and then got me a ticket. And then I think I didn't know the language, so you know that in the army we have the small notebook.
Yeah.
I took the notes down, and March actually wrote where I should go in English and in Hindi. It is the handwriting. His gold spot Andheri. I still have it in my diary. So then I took the bus, but I was waiting for the bus, but Mars never left the bus station. He was waiting until the bus was ready to go. So he was so overprotective over a disciple.
Yeah.
That was one of the turning points of my life. So I just wanted to share.
So nice, Prabhu. Like a father, so kind. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Anyone? Kalchakar, Prabhu? Kalchakar, Prabhu. Can you pass the mic?
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to share like the humorous side of Maharaj, how he plays with words. Many times he's danced with that. So first time I went to Abu Dhabi, he called me over from Minneapolis, and I was in touch with Sajan Prabhu, so I went straight to his place to stay. Maharaj flew in from London, and he was that's the first time Maharaj went to Purna Pragya Prabhu's place. Before that, he was at Swayam Smriti Prabhu's place until then. So in the morning, just after the Mangalarti, before Mangalarti, we had just come. They used to do at 5 o'clock. So I just went in first time, and Maharaj was inside that last room, no? End top.
Yeah.
So I was in the hall with other devotees, and they were all introducing and talking. So suddenly Swayam Smriti Prabhu came from inside, and Maharaj is calling you. So Maharaj was facing the wall in the window, turning his back towards the side. So I just opened the door and just paid obeisance to Maharaj. Then Maharaj turned on and he said, Swayam Smriti Prabhu was next to Maharaj and said, look, demon has come. I was not expecting that to happen. Demon Maharaj? See, you are calling me Demon Maharaj? So he could play with words,
Yes.
And many times he would do that. And the other thing, there's so many things that just come to my mind in this. Whenever we used to write in the Granth and all, he would we play with the words thing, we split the words and all that. He would do so many times all those things.
Yes.
And Maharaj was very kind upon us into, as you said, like when he found that I had started Grantraj the way back in 2002.
Yes.
I didn't tell Juhu temple, and I was leaving from there. So before leaving, I was just telling Maharaj, there are so many disciples. At that time, it was very less actually, 2002. So I just thought we can bring everybody together like that. I just said, I didn't tell him how I will do it, but just said, oh, that's a good idea. Try something. Then when I went back to US, I started this Yahoo Groups thing. And I didn't tell Maharaj. You know how initially everybody was excited, some 30, 40 of us, and they were all start. In a day, some 15, 20 messages will come.
Yeah.
And so we were doing that. And suddenly one fine day, I'm getting a call from India number. And Maharaj is calling, and I didn't know that anybody would have told him. So I thought we were just doing ourselves. And Maharaj calls in, so how is Grantaraj doing? And I was surprised to see that Maharaj knew about it, and he was very happy.
Yeah,
Extremely happy, and he said this is the way we should do. Initially he was encouraging.
Yes.
And as we went along, initially there were things like, consistency and all that. He was just doing like no moderation also, if you know that. You remember that.
Yeah.
So then after some time, there was a gap of 1 or 2 months. It was one month or so, it was not there. Radhajan Prabhu used to like it very much. So then in 2004, when Maharaj called me once, he said, I heard from Radha Jivan, this is not going regularly. Why? So, Maharaj, sometimes we have to travel. No, I don't want any excuses. This is my order to your son. Every day, one message should go. So that was in May 2004. And that's when he put us into the consistency path.
And you have never stopped doing that.
Well, Maharaj Mercy was doing that. And then time and again he would correct us. He will tell me to call a devotee who was written a message. And as you said, he would follow up. And he would tell me in the morning, and I would be thinking that, okay, in the evening I will call like that. But in the afternoon, the call will come from Maharaj. No, not from Maharaj, but from the devotee. And the devotee will call me and say, Prabhu, how did Maharaj know? Maharaj is calling me and appreciating me for this message.
Yes.
And then sometimes what would happen, he would ask me, have you called again? Have you called?
Yes.
And these kind of things were the exchanges through which Maharaj was always, and other ones will be missed calls. Usually that's the usual way he would connect with me. Because he knows that I'm in office and that, he'll just give me one missed call. And more importantly, Maharaj will not charge the phone, those Nokia phones, for more than 10 rupees. And when we go and stay with him in Nashik or anywhere else, we would tell, go and charge this only for 10 rupees. And that too only to give missed calls. You would never waste money. You would say, no, just give the missed call and they will call. So when we give the missed call and he gives the missed call, and I will be in some meetings, I will say, when say Gurudev calling, immediately I'll say, emergency call. And then I come out of the room, say, Maharaj, I will call back. And then Maharaj, Kal Chakra, what is this verse number? And then immediately you will just finish half a minute only. Okay, say everything is all right? Fine, then put the phone down. And he knows the importance of our time also, but he would, that's the love with which he was connecting with us. Maybe other things I will share later.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhu. I'll do kirtan. Let me do kirtan. Then after, I would really request at least one or two Matajis to speak. That would be really nice. One of the bhajans that Maharaj really liked is actually Adharam Madhuram. And I think we should sing this because